get ready, because Tesla is on track to redefine the automotive landscape in 2023. First off, we're talking about Tesla Semi, the big kahuna of cargo haulers. Remember when they showcased that beast back in 2017? It was a prototype that promised to flip the script on the entire trucking industry. Musk confidently predicted that the Semi would be nimbler and cheaper to run than any diesel semi-truck, offer a solid 500 miles range, and come with a starting price tag of a cool $150,000. He thought they'd start pumping these out by 2019, but as we know, there have been a few bumps along the road. The big guy himself, Musk, said the Semi would be hitting the highways after the Cybertruck in 2023. He even claimed semi-trucks would be shipping this year, and the Cybertruck next year. Now that's some juicy stuff. You'll find on Tesla's site that their Semi can get 70% charge in just 30 minutes using their ultra-powerful mega chargers. This Class 8 monster can haul a whopping 80,000 pounds of cargo. However, the Semi has sparked a lot of debate recently. Converting regular car drivers to electric is one thing, but convincing long-haul truckers to ditch diesel? That's a whole new ballgame. They first announced the electric Semi in 2017, and just 2 years later, the first rig rolled out from the Tesla plant in Austin, Texas. By December 2022, it was already being handed over to Pepsi. The zero-emission Semi isn't cheap though. Depending on your specifications, you're looking at shelling out between $150,000 to $180,000. Its impressive 500-mile range is all thanks to the cutting-edge 4680 battery cells, which can gulp down a quick megacharger boost and add 400 miles of range in just 30 minutes. Oh, and did we mention, this Semi can also zoom from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 20 seconds. PepsiCo has a big order in with Tesla, and as of now, about 8 Semis are hanging out at a secret site near Tesla's original battery gigafactory in Nevada, waiting for a final inspection before they're shipped off. They're not branded yet, but odds are they'll soon be heading to PepsiCo in Modesto, California. Let's see how this all plays out, shall we? Alright, on to number 2 on our list, the Tesla Robovan. Remember Musk's tweet on July 7, 2022? The one where he dropped a juicy hint about Tesla eyeing the future of van-style vehicles. Musk took to his favorite platform, Twitter, and mused, maybe Tesla should make a highly configurable robovan for people in cargo. We mean, picture it, a Tesla van ready for your next road trip or to haul a hefty load. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Before this, Auto Forecast Solutions had already speculated to Automotive News that Tesla might roll out a large commercial van by 2024. They suggested it could even share a platform with the Cybertruck. Speaking of the Cybertruck, it's set to start production next year at the Austin factory, so things might get interesting. Of course, any mention of a new Tesla vehicle had Twitter buzzing with comments, questions, and a ton of excitement. Musk's response? He suggested that any new vehicle should boast a futuristic design. Knowing Tesla's track record, we can bet it'll be more Jetsons than Flintstones. So let's keep our eyes peeled for this Robovan, shall we? Now, we move on to the third showstopper on our list, the Cybertruck. 3 years back, Tesla pulled the curtain back on this radically styled pickup, promising to flip the pickup world on its head. Musk himself said it would give heavyweights like Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, and Ram pickups a run for their money, all starting at under $40,000. Musk aimed to deliver the first by 2021, and it seems people were ready and waiting. Believe it or not, over 1 million excited fans set aside a cool $100 each for non-refundable reservations, essentially holding their spot in line for this futuristic ride. However, the plot thickened when Rivian unveiled the R1T pickup last year to resounding applause, and Ford kicked off sales for the electric F-150 Lightning this year with a hefty order backlog. With Chevrolet also launching their Silverado EV this spring, Musk had to commit to a mid-2023 launch for the Cybertruck from the new Tesla factory. But there's a catch. He revealed it would come with a heftier price tag than initially projected. For some context, Tesla's base Model 3 sedan with a single rear motor, a cost-effective lithium-ion battery, and a 300-mile range starts nearly at $50,000 with shipping. The Model X and S? Well, they'll set you back over $100,000. Auto Forecast Solutions pegs the Cybertruck production to begin in the fourth quarter of 2023. The Cybertruck's output, however, may hinge on the availability of the 4680 battery. Designed for the energy-demanding Cybertruck and Semi, Tesla needs to up the ante on mass production of this new cell. Musk stated earlier this year that Tesla doesn't depend on the 4680 battery this year, but that might change next year. Like all Teslas, the Cybertruck will likely see minor updates and could go a full decade before a new generation hits the streets. According to Tesla's chief vehicle designer, Franz van Holzhausen, things are chugging along nicely for the Cybertruck production, and we should brace ourselves for some big surprises soon. The Cybertruck boasts up to 500 miles of electric range, a max towing capacity of 14,000 pounds, and a base price below $40,000. Buyers can also opt for Tesla driver assistance systems or go all in with full self-driving for an extra $15,000. In November 2019, just 5 days after the Cybertruck was unveiled, Musk announced they'd received a staggering 187,000 orders. Current estimations suggest that 1.6 million customers have plonked down a deposit on the polarizing electric pickup. While Tesla has halted Cybertruck orders in Europe and Asia Pacific, they're still open for business in the US, Mexico, and Canada. Moving on to number 4, let's rev up the engines for the Tesla Roadster. Now, Tesla's very first vehicle back in 2008 was a limited edition Roadster. Fans of that speed demon have been itching for an upgrade or revival, and Musk tantalized us with a sneak peek of a new Roadster version in December 2017 during the semi-truck reveal. Although 2020 has come and gone, you can still reserve your very own Roadster by plunking down a refundable deposit of $50,000. The starting line price tag? A cost of $200,000. Musk has been promising this 4-seater, complete with a removable roof, will break all sorts of records for a production car in terms of acceleration, top speed, and EV range. Though there's no real set date yet, Musk hinted that the Roadster would roll out after the Cybertruck, which potentially pegs it for 2023. The Roadster aims to nab the title for the world's fastest all-electric vehicle, setting new benchmarks in acceleration, range, and performance. This aerodynamic 2-door coupe promises to be a showstopper, boasting a sporty, modern look and a low center of gravity. Inside, it'll sport an all-new dashboard and center console, plus premium materials and amenities like heated seats and a panoramic roof. The Roadster might even switch out a traditional steering wheel for a more futuristic yoke. And let's talk performance. The 2023 Roadster is touted to zoom from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.9 seconds with a top speed of 250 miles per hour. But don't worry, this will be limited for safety reasons. This speedster will also be able to travel an astounding 620 miles on a single charge. Number 5 is where things get even more futuristic, the Tesla Robotaxi. Tesla dropped this bombshell during an earnings call, saying Tesla plans to roll out a robotaxi vehicle, sans steering wheel or pedals, by 2024. This model is designed to use Tesla's not quite complete self-driving software, all with the goal of offering the lowest cost per mile for a taxi-type vehicle. Musk has kept his cards close to his chest on this one, not wanting to spoil the upcoming product announcement event. He first teased plans for the Robotaxi at an April event marking the Austin factory opening, hinting that it'll have a futuristic look. The launch of the Robotaxi, however, hinges on Tesla cracking the code for fully autonomous driving. During the Cyber Rodeo event, Musk announced that 2023 will be about scaling up, while 2024 will usher in a massive wave of new products. Musk also dropped hints about a new futuristic-looking electric vehicle dedicated as a robo-taxi and teased the production of the Optimus humanoid robot. The robo-taxi is touted as a fusion of Uber and Airbnb and is predicted to cost less than a bus ticket or even a subsidized subway ticket. So, Tesla made some serious waves in recent years, and it seems 2023 and beyond will be even more electrifying. Which of these new Tesla models revs your engine? Which one seems like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie? Let us know in the comments section. Hold your hats, because Tesla is about to blow your minds with their latest creation. Elon Musk just unveiled the magnificent hairpin motor, and boy is it causing a commotion in the industry. Get ready to witness a revolution in performance, longevity, and low-maintenance design that will leave you breathless. This motor is a game changer, not just for electric vehicles, but for those outdated combustion engines too. Say goodbye to the old ways and hello to the future. Buckle up tight because we're about to take a wild ride exploring all the mind-blowing benefits of the hairpin motor that has the entire world buzzing. Tesla is a company that's got its fair share of haters and lovers out there. You can't deny they're making some serious strides in the world of electric vehicles. They're all about cutting costs and saving the environment, and boy are they doing it in style. Now, check this out. They've got this fancy software that models the best configuration for their vehicles. And get this, they're even using a unique design that involves welding without rare earth minerals. How cool is that? This means that their drivetrain consists of a motor that costs around $1,000 and a battery pack that goes for about $5,000. Not only is their mass market vehicle feasible, but it's also raking in the dough with high gross margins. Cha-ching! And now, Tesla has unleashed a whole new motor technology called hairpin motors. It's compact, it's light, and it's evolved like never before. The highlight of this beauty is in hairpin motor fill factor. Unlike those conventional round wires with a fill factor of 0.4 to 0.6, Tesla's motor boasts an impressive 0.7 fill factor. That means better thermal performance and a manufacturing process that's as automated as a robot on steroids. And the converter engine? This thing is more compact than ever, with a cast-in-place high-voltage conductor and a data connector. And get this, when you pop off the casted cover, you can witness the awesomeness for yourself. And Tesla didn't stop there. They've gone ahead and optimized the layout of the engine and made the chiller assembly even better. How did they do it? Well, they used a piece that's friction stir welded to perfection. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of engine filters. They've ditched the traditional spin on user-replaceable filters. Why? Well, because this filter is like a superhero that doesn't need a sidekick. It's there solely to stop small wear and manufacturing debris. And guess what? It doesn't need to be replaced for the entire life of the car. But wait, before we zoom ahead, let's take a step back and talk about the basics of electric motors. In electric vehicles, the battery's electricity gets converted into motion to make those wheels go vroom. And Tesla's engine can take this process to a whole new level of awesomeness. How did they do it, you ask? By creating opposing magnetic fields in the stator and rotor. In the stator, the magnetic field is generated by electricity running through those copper windings. But in the rotor, things get a bit more interesting. There are two ways to generate that magnetic force. First up, we've got the permanent magnet motors, where magnets inside the rotor create a strong, permanent magnetic field. And then we also have induction motors. The rotor's magnetic field is induced with fancy aluminum and copper bars. These bars find themselves right in the stator's magnetic field, and guess what happens? An electric current is induced in them, creating that magnetic field in the rotor. It's like a magical dance between the stator and rotor, with sparks flying and currents flowing. Tesla's induction and permanent magnet motors are the bee's knees in the world of electric motors. Let's take a trip back in time to the 1880s when the legendary Nikola Tesla himself cooked up the induction motor. Talk about a throwback. This motor is still rocking it today and is one of the most widely used electric motors out there. How does it work? Well, it's like a magic show. Electromagnets create a rotating magnetic field, and ta-da! That field induces an electric current in the rotor, making things move. That's like a symphony of electromagnetism, and boy is it neat. And then there's Tesla's permanent magnet motor, the star of rear-wheel drive setups. In dual-motor versions of their cars, they throw in an induction motor for the front wheels. It's like a power duo, working together to optimize efficiency and torque in all sorts of driving situations. When you need that extra oomph of acceleration or conquering hills, the induction motor takes the stage with its high torque prowess. And when you're cruising on the highway, the permanent magnet motor struts its stuff, showing off its efficiency skills like a pro. They've also gone and cooked up a brand new motor for their Plaid vehicles, including the fancy Model S and Model X Plaid, as well as the mighty Tesla Semi. It's called the hairpin motor, and trust us, it's not your ordinary motor. Nope, this one is special. Instead of using round wires for the stator winding, they've gone all fancy with hairpins. Yes, hairpins. These rectangular wonders allow for a better fill factor, which means the copper winding makes the most of the space available. That results in approximately 20% more efficiency. Boom! But wait, there's more to this hairpin motor magic. The better fill factor means a stronger magnetic field, which translates to more torque on the wheels. It's like giving your ride a boost of superhero strength. And because the stator can be smaller, those pesky energy losses are kept to a minimum. Efficiency is the name of the game here, folks. Plus, the assembly process is simplified with the optimized winding path, and these hairpin motors have a lower risk of long-term failure. Not only can these hairpins carry more current and keep things cooler, but they also simplify temperature management and give the motor a longer, more reliable lifespan. And let us tell you, winding those hairpins is a breeze. Their symmetrical and solid shape makes them a piece of cake to work with. No need for stator lacing or any fancy assembly tricks. Now, Tesla didn't stop at just making cooler motors. They've gone above and beyond by creating custom software that models and simulates the entire motor. They're basically motor fashion designers, trying out millions of designs in a virtual runway show to find the creme de la creme. But here's where Tesla really knocks it out of the park. They're all about sustainability. They dropped a bombshell by announcing that their next-gen motor won't use any rare earth metals. These rare metals are like the diamonds of motor components, costing a pretty penny. By cutting them out, Tesla is not only saving boatloads of cash, but also reducing the environmental and social impacts of mining. Icing on the cake? This sustainability move doesn't compromise performance one bit. Oh no! Tesla claims that these new motors will be even more efficient and cost-effective. It's like getting a top-of-the-line motor without the hefty price tag or the guilt of contributing to rare earth mining. The market is already feeling the tremors of Tesla's announcement. Rare earth mining stocks are feeling a bit shaky after this bombshell. But hey, who can blame them? When Tesla speaks, the market listens. Let's talk weight, shall we? Weighing in at a solid 194 pounds, this motor is like a heavyweight champ with a secret power punch. It's proof that you don't need to be lightweight to pack a serious punch. And then there is power-packed world of Tesla's drive units. The new unit is like a shiny upgrade to the one they unleashed back in 2017 for the Model 3. It's like they've given it a makeover, complete with a sizzling new inverter and a snazzy chiller assembly. Now, the overall layout might look familiar, but don't be fooled. This bad boy has been optimized in all of the right places to make it easier to manufacture and maybe even extend its life. It's like they've taken it to the gym and sculpted it into a lean, mean power machine. But there's one little downside to this new design. The cartridge oil filter is no longer user serviceable. But don't panic just yet. The filter should last the entire lifetime of the vehicle without needing a replacement. It's like having a filter that's built to outlast the Energizer Bunny. But fear not, my water-weary friends, because this new design has a clever trick up its sleeve. They've mounted the breather to the tippy top of the casting. Why, you ask? Well, it's all about water protection. If H2O ever tries to mess with the drive unit, it can't go waltzing inside the gearbox unless it decides to take a detour through the breather, of course. Can the industry handle this new beast? Well, we aren't complaining. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of this engine in the comments. See you in the next one.
Behold, the entire EV industry is about to undergo a massive once-in-a-century change due to recent breakthroughs in sodium batteries, which are much more sustainable, cost-effective, and green than lithium batteries. This is something that is rocking lots of boats across the industry because everyone thought that sodium batteries have limited applications in the EV industry, and they simply did not expect the technology to advance so fast. But now, thanks to Chinese and German scientists, as well as the companies BYD and CATL, the sodium battery revolution is set to begin in 2024. Today, we will answer some questions about the different types of batteries used in EVs. Then compare the winner to sodium batteries, then move on to decipher the upcoming revolution in the EV industry. Most EV battery packs are made up of blocks of modules that contain cells within them in the form of either a pouch, prismatic or cylindrical, or shaped. Some companies have even begun to embed cells within the vehicle chassis to eliminate space-wasting module enclosures. The most common types of batteries available today are lithium-ion batteries, which include nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries, nickel-cobalt-aluminum batteries, and, of course, lithium-ferrous-phosphate batteries. Nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries have high energy density and good charging performance and are probably the most common in EV models. However, they also have a shorter life cycle, higher thermal runaway risk, and as you already know, are unsustainable and need expensive materials. The reason EV makers are in love with nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries has to do with their higher energy density, which means it provides more driving range by packing more energy in the volume of each cell. Some of the reasons why people hate this type of battery have to do with fires, since these batteries can explode and cause fires that are hard to extinguish. Additionally, it requires expensive, limited, and environmentally unfriendly raw materials, including lithium, cobalt, and nickel. Nickel-cobalt-aluminum batteries are quite similar to nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries, except that they feature sustainable aluminum instead of manganese and use less cobalt in the cathode. Nevertheless, their advantages and disadvantages are pretty much the same as nickel-manganese-cobalt batteries. This type of battery is also not as commonly adopted by car makers and is currently limited to select Tesla's models such as Model S, Tesla Model X, and older pre-2021 Tesla Model 3. This leads us to lithium ferrous phosphate batteries, which are cheap to produce for affordable EVs and are known for their longer lasting life cycle and lower thermal runaway risk. But they are also known for their lower energy density and more temperature sensitive charging performance, and not to forget they rely on lithium. All of this and the market realities lead us to conclude that all lithium batteries are not all that great and frankly have to be faded out over the next 2 decades. Keep in mind that almost all of the materials used in these batteries are being depleted quite fast and will become very expensive to mine in the next 20 years, which would make EVs unbearably expensive, so lithium-ion batteries are destined for doom anyway. The only known sustainable and feasible alternative is sodium batteries. Many corporations knew this and have been investing in Chinese expertise to make sodium batteries suitable for all sorts of EVs. Recently, breakthroughs have been achieved and megafactories in China are already built or being built to supply the world with this new type of battery. It is actually not new, but rather innovated and improved. Everyone recently thought that BYD has already adopted sodium-ion batteries in some of its models. However, an official statement by the company said that they are still improving the technology and it has not been used in any of their EVs, but will likely do so in 2024. So, where is the buzz about sodium-ion batteries invading the markets coming from? It is all coming from the publicly traded Chinese company Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited, or CATL for short. CATL is a Chinese battery manufacturer and technology company founded in 2011 that specializes in the manufacturing of lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles and energy storage systems, as well as battery management systems. It is the biggest lithium-ion battery manufacturer for EVs in the world and is expected to produce nearly 40% of the total global gigawatt hours in 2023. In a nutshell, it is an undisputed irreplaceable behemoth for EV batteries. It has factories and R&D facilities across China and Germany too. The story began in July 2021 when CATL announced that it aims at making sodium-ion batteries as efficient as lithium-ion batteries. In 2022 it succeeded, and in 2023 began producing such batteries that are becoming better by the month. CATL sodium-ion battery will be installed in the first model of Chery's new energy vehicle, NEV, brand ICAR, in the fourth quarter of 2023. The sodium-ion battery will also be used in Chery's small-end EVs, such as the QQ Ice Cream and the Little Ant. BYD's sodium-ion battery will also be in mass production in late 2023, and the first model to carry the battery will be the Seagull. However, BYD has yet to make this official. EV makers who are eyeing this new technology will not be able to equip sedans, SUVs, trucks, sport utilities, and heavier vehicles in general with sodium batteries alone because the new technology by CATL is a hybrid sodium-ion and lithium-ion battery. This has to do with the fact that sodium-ion batteries have lower energy density and are a few years away from reaching the energy density of lithium-ion batteries. Well, unless CATL and BYD are hiding something. Let's compare the two types of batteries. Lithium batteries are expensive, not very safe, and require rare metals and minerals that result in a negative impact on the environment. On the other hand, sodium batteries are quite cheap, do not explode or catch fire, and are considered environmentally friendly because they are made of easily and abundantly available materials. However, sodium batteries have lower performance compared to lithium batteries, and even after improvements they still have a shorter lifespan and can be recharged fewer times compared to lithium batteries. In a nutshell, sodium batteries are still mostly suitable for large-scale energy storage applications, and to a lesser extent EVs, while lithium batteries are suitable for portable devices and electric vehicles. It is believed that CATL is already producing sodium batteries with a cycle life of about 5,000 times, which means it is still much lower than the current cycle life of commercial lithium iron phosphate batteries of 8,000 to 10,000 times. So, for now, CATL and BYD will invade the EV market with hybrid batteries that are both sodium and lithium based. However, things are bound to be very different in the next decade as sodium batteries take over due to breakthroughs in improved cycle life and energy density. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section.
So, we all know about Tesla, right? The electric vehicle powerhouse headed by Elon Musk. They've been making waves in the transportation scene for years. From day one, they've been shaking things up, engineering and crafting their own unique drive units. Did you know that Tesla's ace in the hole includes induction motors and permanent magnet motors? Yes, indeed. These guys are some of the most advanced and efficient motors on the market. And here's a fun fact. Nikola Tesla himself, way back in the 1880s, came up with the concept of the induction motor. It's pretty much the standard in electric motors today. Here's a quick breakdown. Induction motors work by using electromagnets to create a magnetic field. This field induces an electric current, which drives the rotor and creates rotational energy. Because they have fewer moving parts, these motors are simple and reliable. Permanent magnet motors, on the other hand, have fixed magnets that interact with the rotor's electric current to create motion. These motors are super effective and generate low heat, making them perfect for electric vehicles. Now here's where Tesla really flexes its innovation muscles. They use permanent magnet motors for their rear-wheel drive vehicles and add an induction motor for the dual-motor models. Why, you ask? The induction motor is great for things like acceleration, while the permanent magnet motor keeps things efficient during highway drives. But the cherry on top, Tesla's high-octane plaid models, like the Model S, Model X, and the Semi. These speed machines are outfitted with not one, not two, but 3 carbon-wrapped plaid motors that maintain power even at high speeds. How cool is that? Now, let's talk about Tesla's next-generation motor. According to Musk, this motor is all about scalability, a key factor that often gets overlooked in favor of power, acceleration, and energy efficiency. The big challenge here is to create a high-quality product while keeping costs down. Just think about Tesla's battery cell strategy. Take the 4680 cell, for instance. Instead of trying to achieve the highest energy density possible, Tesla focuses on manufacturing. Musk made this clear during Tesla's recent investor day. He talked about how electric airplanes would need an energy density of over 450 kilowatts per kilogram. Cells that dense are out there, but they're expensive and not scalable. However, the 4680 cell is different. It's all about tackling material sourcing and manufacturing issues. It's designed with cost reduction and scalability in mind. Here's an interesting story about Tesla's Model 3 motor. It's not just in the Model 3, but across all Tesla vehicles. Between 2017 and 2022, Tesla managed to reduce the use of rare earth metals by 25%, decrease the motor weight by 20%, and cut down the factory size needed to build these motors by an impressive 75%. All of these changes led to a 65% reduction in cost. It's important to understand that any cost associated with the factory will end up influencing the final price of the product. So, by improving the factory's efficiency, Tesla can offer a high-quality product at a more affordable price. Now, here's the latest on Tesla's quest to cut motor costs even further. Car expert Sandy Munro noticed at the Tesla Investor Day event that Tesla has switched to a hairpin electric motor design. How's that for clever innovation? You've probably heard about the hairpin motors, right? They're a particular type of electric motor that has this cool design where the stator windings look like hairpins instead of regular round wire windings. The magic here is that these motors are more efficient because they've got lower winding resistance and better heat dissipation. Plus, the hairpin windings let more copper be packed into the same space, which means a stronger magnet and a more powerful motor. Neat, huh? Hairpin motors are fairly new, but they're catching on fast. Big names like Volkswagen, BMW, and General Motors are already using hairpin designs in their electric vehicles. And guess who else is in the game? You got it, Tesla. They even showed off the machines that assemble these motors at their Investor Day. Now, the tricky part with hairpin technology is the precision needed in bending and welding the copper hairpins. Any tiny mistake in the new welding can cause electrical losses. But that's where Tesla shines. They've come up with their own software to model and simulate the whole motor and its rotating electric field. And here's the kicker. Their software is quicker and more precise than anything else out there. It can zip through millions of designs to pick the best one, which works great with hairpin technology. And Tesla's strong AI expertise means they can optimize the winding pattern for better motor efficiency. Tesla's software is a big part of what puts them ahead of the pack. They also make their own high-level chips, according to Sandy Munro, who's dissected quite a few Teslas and competitor vehicles. Tesla chips are second to none. In Tesla's charging chip, which controls every electron that moves the vehicle, they managed to cut heat generation in half and reduce the number of microprocessors from 4 to 1. This results in a smaller, less expensive chip that's just as capable, if not more so. Colin Campbell, who presented this at Tesla's Investor Day, made it clear. He said, "We can do what no other company can do." That's largely because Tesla aims to produce 100% of all high-level vehicle components in-house for their next-generation platform. Plus, their company structure encourages communication and collaboration, which makes the design and manufacturing process smoother. And at the heart of all this software, even when designing hardware, Tesla relies heavily on software, and their Silicon Valley roots give them a distinct edge. But now for the big reveal. Elon Musk dropped a bombshell about Tesla's next-generation motor. It's going to be made without any rare earth metals. This announcement sent shockwaves through the industry. Tesla says these new motors will be cheaper and more efficient. The news had immediate effects on the stock market, with shares of rare earth miners like MP Materials taking a hit. But for Tesla, the benefits are enormous. Without the need for these hard-to-get, environmentally harmful materials, they can ramp up production much faster. And the cost savings? We're talking hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of dollars in the long run. How's that for a game changer? Let's drill down into some details here. Tesla admitted that they used to put 500 grams of a particular mysterious material, along with 10 grams of two others, into each drive unit. Tesla hasn't named these materials, but chances are they're neodymium, praseodymium, and dysprosium. These are key ingredients in the neodymium iron-boron magnet that Tesla's permanent magnet motor relies on. And they don't come cheap, often costing more than $100 a kilo. or a jaw-dropping $100,000 a ton. Let's take neodymium as an example. If we assume that this is the material used in 500-gram quantities per motor, and considering its price tag of about $123,000 a ton, then Tesla would have to shell out around $123 million for neodymium alone, just for the 2 million permanent magnet motors they're making this year. But with their next generation drive unit, all of that cost is wiped off the books. And the savings are only going to get bigger as Tesla increases production to meet their ambitious goal of 20 million vehicles. But hold on, there's more. Tesla's motor is expected to use 75% less silicon carbide, thanks to the smaller chip size we talked about earlier. And in their relentless pursuit of cost savings, Tesla's revamping all of their components for the next generation powertrain. This move promises to inject new energy into Tesla's vehicle lineup for at least the next 5 years. Here's a number that's going to knock your socks off. The projected cost of the entire next-gen drivetrain is just $1,000. When you compare that to what the competition might be spending, maybe 3 times as much according to Sandy Munro and his team, you can see how this could give Tesla a strategic edge. And this could also pave the way for a future $25,000 car. Now, electric vehicles, with their simpler design and fewer parts, should eventually become cheaper than vehicles with internal combustion engines. But what makes Tesla stand out is their claim that they're the only ones who can pull this off. Their vertical integration, streamlined company structure, and commitment to manufacturing everything in-house give them a leg up. It puts them in a position other companies who are still trying to catch up with Tesla's older products can only dream of. So this brings us to a tantalizing question. Will Tesla's next-generation motor, with its cost savings and superior performance, become the new standard across most of their vehicles? We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching. What do you think about Tesla's new endeavor? Let us know in the comments. See you next time.